Hey guys, it's Sleepy Jazz here, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 things in co-op in Genshin Impact that I find really annoying. Now I know some of you, not all of you do this, sometimes it's not all of your fault, but whatever, yeah, let's just get into the video. Okay, now the first thing I find really annoying is when people...
Let's get it on.
Why is there an eye above his head? Anyway, another thing I find really annoying is when people keep leaving the domain after every single round in the domain. And I get it, if you don't know that you can challenge the domain again inside of the domain, then that's okay. People aren't dropping anything. But if we tell you that we can restart the domain inside of the domain, then why would you keep leaving? Exactly. Please, communication is the key, especially when playing Genshin Impact. Anyway, the next thing I find really annoying is when you're co-oping in domains and people want to use the character they are trying to build. And you can tell this because it'll also be the same character that I'm building. It will usually be a 5-star that just came out, and we're in an artifact domain that I'm also farming for that character, and they use that character just because they're level 80, but they have 0 artifacts and probably haven't even leveled up their talents. And it's just really annoying. You know, the levels on your character don't really matter. I don't know why I'm killing these eremites, because I think they're the same ones. I think they're all the same ones. They're not going to drop me anything for the, are they? Yeah, no, they're not. Anyway. It's just really annoying. Don't use an actual good character for the domains. Don't use the character you're building, because why would you do that? Because you're trying to like complete the domain a bunch of times so that way we can get all the artifacts we need. And sometimes getting good artifacts is a pain and it takes a lot of time. And using a character that you've hardly even half built is not really gonna help at all. And this has happened like on multiple occasions for me. It's really annoying because they'll be like level 80 characters, but they probably won't have a single artifact on them. Anyway, let's go to the next thing that I find really annoying. Okay, I do believe I'm on the third thing I find annoying. But anyway, the third thing I find annoying is when two people want to play as the same character and they will not agree for one to change and play as a different character in a domain. It's really annoying, and it's really easy. Like, if you have a bunch of different characters that are built really good, there's no need to argue over who should play as the character. You know, what character you play as, it really isn't that big of a deal, as long as, you know, like, say if you're a healer, make sure they're pretty, like, decently built. Make sure that they kind of follow the little elemental guide at the top. And make sure that you don't all try to use the same element, because that really would not be helpful. But yeah, also, there's no point in really starting any drama in co-op. And if anybody is just refusing to change their character or cooperate, then just kick them instead of starting a massive argument. There's really no need for it. Anyway, on to the next thing that I find really annoying. Okay, sorry guys, I had to like count on which one I was. I'm pretty sure this is the 4th one. If I do one extra, it's okay. It's not really going to be that deep. But the 4th thing I find annoying is when people go AFK mid-domain. Well, not mid-domain, specifically toward the end. Like if you just go AFK and you just, like toward the end, when we're all collecting our rewards and leaving the domain, and you just kind of decide to go AFK right then and there. It's really annoying. Just like, if you can, please try to leave the domain before you go AFK, because if we're ready to just kind of like get out, you know, hop out, whatever, like if I'm trying to end the co-op, I can't end the co-op while you're in the domain. So it's just really annoying and frustrating. If you have to go AFK or whatever, please try not to go in the domain if you're about to go AFK, or if you need to go AFK really quick. Yeah, I mean, we can start, like, another round of the domain, like, without you. We can just leave the domain and start it again. You will just be kind of, I guess, stuck in the, other domain that we loaded up. But anyway, Yeah, if you can't, like, help it, you know, like, if your, like, parents call your name or something, you gotta go downstairs, whatever. I get that. I understand that. But if you have to, like, go pee, or if you get called for dinner and we're, like, at the end of the domain collecting our rewards, get the rewards, please. Leave the domain. And just kind of go AFK from there. At least so that way whenever we're done playing, you can, well, whenever I'm done doing co-op, you can be kicked from the server and you're not just kind of sitting there while I'm doing other things in Genshin. Or if I'm trying to close out the game so I can go do something. Because I think there was one time I actually just kind of closed Genshin mid-co-op that I was hosting. And I think I actually got a warning for it if I remember correctly, because I like left the co-op wrong or something and they said that I would be terminated if I did that again. So I don't think, like, I'm allowed to really, like, close Genshin out while a player is, like, mid-domain or something, because I guess it screws it up or whatever. I might be wrong, though. Maybe it was, like, a glitch or something, or I may just be remembering a dream. But anyway, on to the final thing that I find annoying. And last but not least, one of my biggest pet peeves is people being mean to other Genshin players, especially new ones, for, like, little to no reason. I think this is just one of, like, my genuine pet peeves in general, is just people being rude to people for, like, little to no reason. But, anyway, it's like, there's, like, some people, you know, that are gonna be new. They still don't know all of the game's, like, mechanics and stuff like that. Sometimes maybe their damage isn't as good as yours. But there's no reason to be rude to people. There's no reason to argue over, like, who should play as what character in the domain and who has better damage and, oh, your damage sucks and stuff like that. There's no point. Or like, oh my god, why do you keep leaving the domain? Stuff like that. Like, there's just no need to be, like, rude about it or, like, a bitch about it. Like, all you have to do is be like, hey, we can, like, restart the co-op domain inside the domain so we don't have to keep leaving because it's really time consuming. You know? Or like, hey, please, like, don't use that character. Yours is not really built as well as the other person's. Let them use theirs, and you can use a different character that you have that's, you know, kind of built a little bit better. Just like that, you know? Like, there's no reason to, like, argue about it, you know, start a bunch of drama and just be rude. Or say that people suck when they die in the domain. And just, you know, stuff like that. It's just really rude. Don't get mad at people when the whole team dies in a game. You were a part of that. You died in the domain. So there's no point in getting mad at everybody else for it. But anyway, yeah, that's it. That is all of my pet peeves. Or pet peeves are just things I hate about co-op in Genshin. Anyway, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm still trying to think of what I want to do for my 400 sub special. I think I'm leaning more towards the idea I have, but if you want to comment some ideas, maybe I might change my mind. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!